Okay, we're going to do the law of sines. This is example 2 in your note packet. It's the side, side, side case. This is what's going to happen. We have a triangle and we have little a as 7, we have little b as 12, and we have little c as 15. So we have 3 sides, but we don't know any of the angles. It's imperative that you just bear with me as I go through this right now, because I'm trying to make your life easier. Rather than tell you an equation to memorize, I'm going to talk to you about how to use this equation, which is the law of cosines, in order to get the answer. You see, what happens is, I want to find the angle that's opposite the longest side. The longest side is 15. Opposite that would be angle C. Therefore, I want to go find angle C. That's why I set it up for C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB times the cosine of C. What I'm doing right here is, if I need to find angle C, that means I have all 3 sides. So right now, I'm going to subtract these to the other side. When I subtract them to the other side, that leaves me with -2 times A times B times cosine C. This is what I want to get by itself. This is joined to it by multiplication. Therefore, I divide both sides by -2AB, and I end up with this equation right here. Now, why am I going to take this a little bit further for you? Well, if you notice, what I did right here was, I moved the negative, this negative right here, it doesn't matter if it's in the bottom or the top of the fraction. So I went and took it away and moved it to the top. When I do that, right here, and I distribute it, I end up with positive A squared, positive B squared, minus C squared, all over 2AB equals cosine C. The only reason I did that was to make this easy for you to punch this in your calculator with more positive signs than having to deal with a bunch of negatives that you might make a calculator error. So what I did right here is, I said, okay, let me go plug in little a, little b, and little c, and I compute this arithmetic. And if you do that in your calculator, which you need to do right now, and make sure that you can get -32 over 168. If you do, you notice that these are the side length ratios, and I need the angle. So to go backwards and get the angle for cosine, I have to use inverse cosine. So grab your calculator and press inverse cosine, which is second cosine, 32 over 168, and you should get 100.98 degrees. And this is now angle C. Once you know that this angle C right here is 100.98 degrees, to go find the other 2 angles, I would then use the law of sines. When you use the law of sines, you will then walk through and find that angle A and angle B can now be solved. And what you will find is that angle A ends up being 27.7 degrees, and angle B ends up being 51.75 degrees.